Hello and welcome to Faith, Philosophy and Life with me, Mr. Shelton. It's great that you're joining me again. I hope that you are doing well. This lesson is particularly aimed at the students at my school, which is Bellerive. There's a picture of my school behind me. So if you're not a member of my school community, you're more than welcome to watch this lesson and to go through it, but there will be parts of it that may not apply to you, or you may need support from your own school as well. I'd like you to go and grab a pen and a piece of paper, because it's time for our cheesy intro music. Okay, so welcome back. So what we're going to look at today is what does our school badge tell us about our school? I think that's true for all schools, but especially true for mine. So we're going to explore how symbolism is used in our school badge. Symbolism being that idea that something represents something else, has a slightly deeper meaning to it. So we're going to explore how images can communicate symbolism, as well as our sort of literacy link there. It's going to be a good outcome if we can retell the main parts of the school badge, the Bellerive one, and what the motto means. It's going to be great if you can give examples of how Bellerive is a community, and even better if we can consider the positive and negative aspects of being part of the school community as well. And you'll see at the bottom there all the different links for all the different things that we're looking at. During today's lesson then, we're going to think about symbols, we're going to a little quiz, so we're going to look at the school logo, and then you're going to design a shield and then a reflection activity at the end as well. So to start off with then, I'm going to play a little clip to you. This has got logos on it from different companies. I'd like you to come up with a list of what you think those logos are. So we're going to hand that straight across. Make sure you number them. They are very fast. And let's see how many of those you recognise. Brilliant. I wonder how many of those you got. So I'd like you to think about this. I'd like you to make a mind map for me and put Balreaf School in the middle of it, or if you'd rather, if that isn't your school, put your own school in the middle of it. And I'd like you to come up with some ideas about what does your school community mean to you. Okay, what does your school community mean to you? I know it might be early days, but you may already have some ideas. So pause me now and then come back to me. Okay, so this is the school badge of Balreaf, and I'd like you to have a look at that and to identify what you think the different elements of that badge are, or your own badge if it's something different, and what does that say about the school as well, your college. So describe, reflect, and speculate as well. Come up with some ideas. So if you want to make any notes of that, do so, or just pause me and have a think. Okay, so this is what I now need you to do. I would like you to draw the school badge out. You can see that there clearly behind me. And I would like you to label each of the sections. And then I'd like you to write a short bit of information about each of them as well. Now, this is not a copying exercise. There's no learning in copying at all. But so do it, and then you have some arrows coming out and going in to explain the different elements of that school badge. This is going to take you some time, so pause me, come back to me, do your own school badge if you need to, and let's see what you can work out about what your school says and what your school means and how your school is symbolised through their school badge. Perfect. So we said it'd be a good outcome if you could retell 2 parts of the school badge and explain what the motto means. Hopefully you've got that from that previous slide. And great if you give some examples of how Balreaf is a community. And again, hopefully you've been thinking about your own school and working out how that's an example of a community. Just before we close then, what I'd like to do is I'm going to ask you to design your own badge and your own motto for your own family. Okay, so I'd like you to draw a little shield. I've got a picture of one of them behind me and divide it into 4. And each of those 4 sections will be one of those things behind me. So the people in your family, a favourite memory or time that you've had, some hobbies, and a section of your own choice as well. Do some pictures to go with that and try and come up with a creative motto for it. So fun, friends, and fashion. Don't know why fashion, but you just came up with 3 Fs. So come up now with a list of things that you think are appropriate for your own badge, and draw some pictures as well with it to make it look really pretty. And let's see what we can learn about you. Then photograph that, send that through to your teacher as well, because I'm sure we would love to find out a little bit more about you. So pause me now and then come back to me. Okay, so our next activity then is to have a little bit of a thought about this question. It's great to be part of a community. It's great to be part of a community. I'd like you to write that down, and then I'd like you to discuss it from more than one point of view. I know my little logo there has covered up the more than, which is slightly a bit of annoying. So it's great to be part of a community. Discuss this from more than one point of view. And I suggest that you use this writing structure. So Balreaf FCJ is a community because. To help me belong more to Balreaf community, what might happen, what might we do? One reason why belonging to a community is helpful, because. And one reason why belonging to a community may not be helpful is because. Okay, so try and come up with some ideas. Write yourself a little paragraph. Send that in to your teacher so we can mark that, because we'd love to see your thinking with that as well. So pause me now. This should take you about 5 or 6 minutes or so to get that done well. Okay, so just to conclude then today, we said it'd be great if you could retell 2 of the key parts of the school logo and what the motto means. Great if you give examples of how Balreaf, your own school, is a community, and even better if you can think about the positive and negative aspects of being part of a school community. So, Last activity then, I want you to think about one of your friends, just a little bit of fun, looking back to our activities that we've done, and I'd like you to draw a symbol that you think represents one of your friends. Be kind, be nice, and then photograph that and send that through to them, because I think they find it quite interesting to see what you perceive them to be. I'm going to leave it there today. Thanks very much for your time. Take care of yourself, stay safe, wash hands, and I do hope you're doing okay.